Hey guys, MCU Collector here with a new video with the THOR Ragnarok Gladiator Hulk Build-A-Figure Wave. So before I get all the comments that are going to ask, local comic shop had these. Now, I don't know if all local comic shops or how it's all going to work, but be patient, they're going to be everywhere. Again, they're street dated for August 1st, or slated for that August 1st release date. They will be out everywhere in due time. I was just one of the fortunate few that are able to get the entire wave now. So they'll be out. Be patient. They're coming. So I will go through a video of each. So first up we have here is Ares. Now I do not have the original Build-A-Figure to compare it to when it comes time for this video, but I will do my best to go over the articulation. That way you guys can see kind of how it compares, because again, I don't know, but we'll talk about it then, and then when, in that video you guys can leave comments about them. So Ares, 9 Realms Warriors. Here we have the Odinson figure, which again shares the packaging with Ares 9 Realms Warriors. You have Ares on that one side and then Thor on that side. So I thought this was going to be a young Thor, or I believe it still is young Thor, even though the back still labels him as Odinson. So we have that there. We have the Jane Foster Thor, or Lady Thor, however you want to call her. There she is. Ah, beautiful figure. Hela from the Thor Ragnarok movie. She'll be there. We have Loki, which I still like the first original Avengers release Loki. But we have a new Loki, so it's still great to have. Then the figure that we'll be going over right now in this first video is actually going to be the movie Thor. So if you haven't caught on, how I do it is I just go in order based on the numbers for the Build-A-Figure. So here we have Thor. On the back, the bio reads, "With his worthiness called into question, Thor must fight to preserve the legacy of Asgard and the godliness that he once claimed." We have a promo picture of the figure. So we have it here. Very nice looking. It's a pretty cool figure. I've already seen it actually out of package. I got one for my son. He's been playing with it. He was all excited. So we'll take a look at the Build-A-Figure piece a little bit, the pieces for it, and then the accessories that Thor himself comes with. It's a little odd seeing a Thor figure without Mjolnir, no hammer. Artwork was both the same on both sides. We have the movie Thor there. And the top of the figure, we have the Thor logo. And they actually all have that same logo at the top. So very nice. Thor Ragnarok. Look at that Thor movie figure. I'm extremely happy. I have all the previous Thor movie figures released. There have been 3 released. One for the Thor movie, the first movie that came out was a Walmart exclusive line. It only had, I think, the movie Thor, comic Loki, and maybe a comic Thor. I don't really recall off the top of my head. But I do have that. They also had the release for the Avengers movie that was a Walmart exclusive. So here we have the helmet for Hulk, Gladiator Hulk. A little bendy there. You may have to heat it up, or however, maybe when you put the head on, it'll kind of stretch it out to fit over his face. But very nice looking. We have a nice dark wash in the red feather or hair or whatever that is there. Good line work on there. It has kind of that bronze silver color to it, which looks really good. I do like the way it came out. So very nice. A lot there. I don't know what that was that fell down. Just actual plastic piece for Thor's cape. So we'll take a look at the Hulk Build-A-Figure head. Very nice looking. At the end, when I do the video for the Gladiator Hulk, I will compare it to the other MCU Hulk that we do have, or probably both of them, to see what the difference is. Real quick, when I had looked at it, the heads are about the same size. They are not interchangeable whatsoever. Smaller peg hole. The other Avengers release has a large one. It will not work. You cannot change the heads out. But they look very different. I would say that this one doesn't even have close to a Mark Ruffalo look to it at all. But they are different, so does look good there. Okay, so Hulk Thor, no Mjolnir in the movie, and I hope that's not spoilers, because if you watch the trailers, you would know. But he does come with a couple accessories. He comes with 2 swords that are the exact same. There is no difference to these swords whatsoever. They're nice looking though, fairly straight. But I like the blue that's in there. It's a very nice looking blue. It's kind of got a little bit of a shimmer to it. Not a whole lot as far as the handle. It's all pretty much just a flat kind of orange color on there, which was the color of the plastic, and you can tell the blue was actually painted on because of the way it kind of comes through there. But it does look good. You can kind of see the shimmer in there. So a little bit of sculpted detail in there on the lines, but no additional paint other than that blue paint. But they do look good. So here's those swords. Now we go to the Thor figure. And right off, we'll just take that cape off so it's easy to pull out. And boom, we have the Thor figure. Looking very nice. It is a very unique design to the Thor figure, to the MCU Thor figure. He is very, very different. So that's kind of interesting. But we have this kind of strap here that does not look removable, but it is there. You've got a hole there, so you can actually plug the cape into it. So maybe that's supposed to be part of it. But here's the cape. Not a whole lot to it. There's no additional paint or anything, but it is sculpted nicely. It's kind of tattered mold there, and then it kind of ports into a couple spots to kind of plug it all in. So you can see there, we just plug it in there like so, here, and then there's a hole right there so we can plug in the other side, and it does not fit in there too snug or anything, but it is there. So very nice looking Thor. You can see his helmet. These do not move, which I thought they would, because, you know, based on the trailer, they actually move. They do not move, but that's okay. Here, the Thor head sculpt. I think we have a pretty good looking Chris Hemsworth sculpt. Not a whole lot because the helmet is sculpted on, so you can't get a real good look at kind of how it is. You know, the Valkyrie 2-pack, when that one comes out, we'll really be able to see, you know, how that's going to look, because there's no helmet kind of looking different way. So this one's a little bent. You might have to kind of straighten yours out, the horns or whatever. But it is nice. You can see that we have that silver, kind of that gunmetal coloring to the helmet, and then we have that additional blue. Same that we actually, maybe just the shade off, but a little bit different. It's almost the same. Probably is the same as the swords. So that's very nice looking. Let me see if I, maybe that, you get a better look there with the gray and then the blue. So that does look good. Give us some more light here. But good looking figure. So here we have kind of the shoulder pad, which is real pliable. So it's not going to hinder the articulation. It actually kind of bends with it. So that's kind of nice. I don't think it's removable. Looks like it's, yep, it looks like it's glued on there, but it is nice. It is there. But again, doesn't hinder the articulation. That's pretty cool. So arms go all the way up. They rotate all the way around. We have the upper bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows, which are kind of stiff. And then we have a wrist swivel, and there's actually no hinge to the wrist. There's no hinge at all, which is not usually something we see on these figures. So the cape's going to come off so I can show you the ab crunch, but he does crunch down a little, crunches up, and is able to look back a little bit. You can get the head. Let's see, he can look up actually quite good. That's pretty good. You can see the way the helmet is. I thought that might hinder it a little bit, but the way that kind of lip just kind of goes right over, so that's pretty nice. Moves around, not a whole lot of head pivot or anything like that. We have the waist swivel there. So this skirt piece is part of the torso, but it does really hinder the leg motion this way. So not a whole lot there. We do have an upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, and no boot cut or anything there. And then we do have the ankle moves not really up, a little bit, all the way back, and then it does rock. So one thing that this figure is different from the 2-pack with Valkyrie that's going to be coming out is this Shin Guard piece just kind of sits on there. Not a whole lot to it, but what's awesome is it's the same color of that sword, and then it has kind of this red, I don't know if that's supposed to be lettering, maybe we'll find out in the movie, but it just sits in there. It doesn't clip special or anything, doesn't port into anything, just kind of sits right on there. And looks good. So all in all, the figure looks great. I really like it. Sorry I didn't get the other MCU Thor figure out to kind of show the comparison. I'll probably do that in the Gladiator Hulk Build-A-Figure. That way we can see some comparisons with movie figures of Thor and then the movie figures of Hulk to kind of see the differences. But there he is, the movie Thor. Great figure, lots of detail. I like the red and the black. Hopefully we find out kind of what that's all supposed to represent, or if it even represents anything, or if that's just kind of battle stuff as he enters the arena. You know, who knows? We'll kind of see, but really good looking figure. Not a whole lot as far as the paint, just that red, and then the difference is kind of here. We have that little gold on the buckle. But movie Thor, there he is. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you have not already done so, and stick with me. Videos are probably going to upload one after another, as long as it takes to upload. But I'll be doing the videos all the way through to go through all the figures to get you guys, you know, an early look at these figures. Thanks.